The concept of a back-to-back is pretty simple. 2 victories in succession of one another. And that's exactly what's taken place over the past week, with Drake dropping 2 consecutive disses to Meek Mill's 1. So it's Charged Up and back-to-back versus Wanna Know. Charged Up had all the makings of a half measure. The internet was turned off by his monotone approach, but I want to remind you when Jada put his foot in 50 Cent's ass just a few years ago when he introed on his Animal verse by saying, quote, "I don't want to sound mad right now, I feel marvelous," end quote. We tend to forget that a battle record isn't synonymous with anger and aggression. Sometimes being dismissive is more effective. So I think the tone was just right. Because think about it. Wanna Know was weak because beforehand you knew there was nothing Meek could possibly say. He once told Cassidy on a battle record, quote, "I got more money than you and I'm younger than you," end quote. Meek is neither richer or younger than Drake. So if his catalog is going to be driven by money and material symbols, he can only rely on obscure personals like mentioning Drake getting peed on a few years back and even jumping off track and going at Safari and Daylight. Overall, it just didn't have enough meat on the bone to be a proper response to both of Drake's tracks. But would it have been a proper response following the release of Charged Up? Yes. Just off bravado and sheer energy, Meek would have gotten the W, along with the Quentin Miller audio, which, by the way, let me put this out for anyone saying he's not writing his music, he's simply guiding him over the beat. Well, with Drake, that seems to be his strength, his cadence and his different tones and all that faggoty harmonizing he does. It's not like Cole, his strength lies within what he says. No bells and whistles, just words. If these reference tracks were indeed a rough draft for Drake, I don't care whether he switched up the words on Running Through the 6 when the delivery and presentation are note for note. Back to Back had the tone that you would expect from a battle record, but there's an ongoing theme in all of these disses. This feud has an underlined area that makes it very similar to another well-known battle. Because you know who did you know what with you know who, but let's just keep that between me and you. That's what Jay-Z said to Nas on Takeover as a warning shot, though later it was revealed that the you know who was Carmen Byron, the mother of Nas's child, and the other you know who was Jay, and the you know what that they did was, you know what, they fucked. Okay? Now, on Charged Up, Drake says, "Rumor has it there's something that only I know. Rumor has it I steer the ship with my eyes closed. Rumor has it I either fucked her or never could, but rumor has it hasn't done you niggas any good." And also multiple blows on Back to Back, pointing out Nicki's star power over Meek. Is that a world tour or your girls tour? A woman makes a beef scalable. I think if this is a battle of wits and a dick measuring contest, having sex with somebody's baby mother or having or not having sex with somebody's current girlfriend is a good way to rid the beef of imaginary blanket statements and adding some realism to the situation, which makes it the granddaddy of all personals. Now, honestly, whether a large part was due to the help of reference tracks via a ghostwriter is really no longer an interest to me. You really need to pay attention to his insistent need to drop 2 unanswered disses. We can all assume that Drake fans don't care about artistic integrity, but it seems to matter to him. Regardless if you want to question his integrity because he contracted a ghostwriter to begin with, the news of it being out there is something that Drake won't stand for. So that makes one thing perfectly clear. Writing matters. The concept of a back-to-back is pretty simple. 2 victories in succession of one another. So Meek, is that all you got, man?